competence. What I mean is that a lot of times, women will use the word confident, and I'm not saying women in a derogatory word or meaning or use. I'm just meaning the masculine and the feminine men look at competence, because that's how men measure each other's through their competence. That's why it's easier to measure masculine energy in the form of money. That's usually why men will measure other men in the later stages. In the younger and first stages, it's just strength, because all you have is social hierarchy without currency at a young age when you're in school and stuff. Later on in life, it's measured in currency. And so competence is something that has to be displayed, but before it can be displayed, it's an idea, or these ideas have to manifest something. So that's one of the reasons why when men love ideas, ideologically. And I think it's like the red pill content. They say women love opportunistically and men love ideologically. So men love the ideas sometimes of what a woman can become, or sometimes men will see the potential version that somebody else can become. Whether a friend or a female friend or a romantic relationship. You can see what somebody could be, and you are willing to see if they're interested in becoming that, and as you kind of reveal different things, and that's all any type of relationship is, whether romantic or friendship, personal, is you're trying to align with somebody with similar interests or ideas or ideals, or lifestyle or rules, just similarities in protocols that we function with. And so competence is something that men look for. Competence in the physical expression, because the physical expression is the mental expression. The way that the vessel that contains the brain, if somebody thinks that they're just super smart, and that's why, some men get women, is because they just have muscles and it's a genetic thing. And that's just a weak mindset, that I've personally had. You get to a certain level of thinking or understanding that you think you're smarter, and you think that has something to do with the fact that you're weaker. But that's a disciplinary thing. Can you make yourself withhold from having something sweet in your mouth? Or are you so weak that you can't withhold from having that? A lot of times it can just vary. It can vary person to person. It can vary person to person, or it can be something that we simply use confidence and competence to measure and navigate the others around us and the exterior world. I'm hoping that makes sense. If we start to see a lack of confidence, what's interesting about the competence and the confidence is they say that confidence comes after competence. And ideas precede the action it takes to get the competence and the competence to eventually display confidence in that thing. It would make sense that women would look for confidence because it would be a second layer to the first layer. The first layer would be competence, and men usually can detect competence a little bit better. But if you go off of confidence, that's going to be even more of a long-term indicator, so that it's been there for a longer period of time. So I think it's actually probably smarter to go off of the confidence piece. But that's once somebody's displaying confidence, then it's clear to everybody that that person is competent. But if you're looking to catch value or do something early, then being able to identify competence can be more helpful and means you spotted it before the confidence developed.